you're still here.
Just making sure you don't do a runner.
What's the time?
She's gone 8.
You're not angry with me?
Of course not. Why should I be?
You know why.
I just feel so rotten about what's happened.
Burglaries are rotten things.
I just feel awful.
Come on, don't cry. It's not your fault.
Don't stop. I want to get back.
And I want to talk. It wasn't your fault.
I know that. But I wasn't there when it happened. When I think what I was doing.
We weren't doing anything.
But we would have been, if it hadn't been for that phone call.
Kim, nothing happened. Nothing.
That makes it all right, does it?
Oh, come on, Kim. I didn't burgle Home Farm. You know, it's not my fault.
That's the only thing that bothers you about the burglary, isn't it? And Joe getting hurt. Got in the way of your little plan.
That's really not very fair.
I want to forget last night ever happened. Now, please, just take me home.
My pleasure.
There's no need for you to come in.
Of course I must. I should see Frank.
The TV set which was there, and the video. I don't think there was anything else in this room. It's such a mess, it's difficult to tell. Oh, that'll be my wife. Hello, love.
Frank.
It's okay. I'm all right. Could have been a lot worse. What a mess.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just as well we weren't here. It's all right, my darling. It's all right. I'm just so grateful you were there with her last night. It would have been awful if she'd have been on her own when she heard. Come on, I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Okay.
If you need us, we're in the kitchen.
What news of Joe?
Well, he wasn't unconscious for too long, but he did lose a lot of blood and needed a few stitches. I'm sorry, Kim, but they've taken all your jewelry.
It doesn't matter. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing happened to me.
Yeah, but you had to come back and find all this on your own.
I'm just glad you weren't here.
Half an hour later, it might have been you in hospital instead of Joe.
But I didn't, and it wasn't. Come on. It's not like you to get into such a stew about something like this.
Frank, you could have been killed.
Thanks for looking after Kim, Neil.
Well, you know.
It's funny, she's not the least bit concerned about what's been stolen.
I think she's more concerned about life and limb.
Yeah, she hasn't had time to take it all in yet.
Did you lose a lot?
Yes, but most of it's replaceable. The worst is Kim's jewellery, my gold watch, which my grandfather gave me.
Mr. Tate, Mr. Kincaid.
Morning, Steve.
Steve, what are you doing here?
I heard about your burglary, Mr. Tate. I came up to see if there's anything I could do to help.
Ah, thank you. That's very kind of you, but I'm not sure what Mr. Kincaid here feels about that.
Please, borrow him again if he can be of any use.
Well, if you can make yourself useful, I don't think Mrs. Tate's going to have much time for the horses.
Sure. Terrible thing, Joe getting hurt.
Yeah, that's the worst of the lot.
Is he going to be okay?
Oh, yes, I think so. It's just to be hoped that he gets his memory back. And we can find out exactly what happened.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
Nice lad, that. Are you sure you can spare him again?
Of course, keep him as long as you like. And you will call me if there's anything else I can do.
I certainly will.
Oh, hello, Elizabeth.
I'm sorry, I know I asked you to come, but this burglary's knocked us for 6.
Oh, don't worry. I could come back another day.
I think that would be best, Elizabeth.
Unless you'd like me to give you a hand. I could help you clear up. No, it's all right.
No, we couldn't possibly.
Honestly, I don't mind. I don't know exactly how you feel, remember?
Well, it's the sitting room that's the worst. Kim and I can't face it.
Right. I'll get cracking then. Violated? Like someone's attacked you?
Are you sure you're all right clearing this up?
Yes. I'll be fine. It'll be very satisfying. I might not be able to do anything about the people who did this, but at least I can do something about what they've done. I'll need a dustpan and brush and some newspaper. Oh, and some bin bags, please, Frank.
Just been up to Home Farm. Thought you might want to know your pal Joe's not on the danger list.
Yeah, I know.
Even better, he's lost his memory.
You don't give a toss about him, do you? All you care about is number one.
Name of the game, mate. You don't go out thieving to get caught. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Only 'cause you made such a flaming stupid racket.
We.
There was no need for it.
We.
What?
A little less of the you did this, you did that, eh? You're in this too, you know. We get caught, you get caught.
Not if Joe gets his memory back.
He won't.
He might. They often do, you know, accident victims. And if he does, he'll know who hit him.
I doubt it. Anyway, job's not over. We need your help shift the stuff from the barn.
Oh, no.
Yes. They're going to be looking. If we're going to sell it, we've got to be quick.
I'm not selling anything on.
Why not? It'll all be for nothing if we don't shift it.
I don't care. I'm having nothing to do with it. I told you that last night.
That means you won't want your cut of the proceeds, innit?
I don't care what you do with the stuff. It's dirty money. I don't want it.
Oh, yeah? Well, you can't walk away from it this easy.
It's a transformation.
I'm not sure everything's in its right place, mind you.
It doesn't matter. It looks great.
I really can't thank you enough, Elizabeth.
Oh, don't be silly. I was glad to help out.
Alan was right.
He told Frank you were worth your weight in gold.
Did he?
Well, he couldn't have praised you more. Not to mention insisting that I kept you on.
What?
Yeah. He said he wouldn't sell the fish farm unless Frank guaranteed to keep you on.
Is that really true?
Really. He was absolutely insistent.
And he was right. Thank you.
Damn.
Hey, you all right?
Yeah.
You're still looking a bit shaky.
No, I'm not sleeping very well. Don't seem to be able to get started to do anything.
It's the shock of the burglary, Kim.
Well, burglary doesn't seem that important to me. I'm upset about my jewellery and all the mess, of course. But it's the violence that bothers me. I mean, Joe was attacked in our home.
Hey, at least he's on the mend.
Yeah. I feel bad enough about Joe, but I keep thinking it could have been Frank lying there unconscious. I was away. No one would have found him.
You can't look at it like that. You're well on business. No one can blame you. For goodness sake, don't blame yourself. You've gone through enough recently.
I should have been here.
You seem to have this urge to punish yourself, Kim. Why?
Because... Oh, never mind. It's a sorry state of affairs when you're not even safe in your own home. And you hear of muggings and burglaries happening in the cities, but you don't expect it to happen on your own doorstep.
It's a fluke. It won't happen again.
Dead right it won't. I'm not going to leave Frank alone in the house or stay away from Home Farm overnight, ever.
Here, hi.
So all the fish in any one tank are approximately of an age and weight.
Yes, it makes it easier when it comes to netting them.
Why do they keep jumping around like this?
They hear our voices. They think they're going to be fed
You mean they do this all the time?
whenever they hear voices.
Well, I never.
Getting ready for the new cult?
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. Kim said she fell in love with him straight away. So what can we do for you, Neil?
Well, there's another sale I'm thinking of going to next week down in Gloucestershire. Fancy coming along?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? Some good stock there.
I wish you would come with me. I trust your judgment.
I'm not going on any more overnight trips. Not after what happened last time.
It's not going to happen again.
I'm not going, Kathy.
Don't be silly. It'll do you good. She feels bad about Joe.
If I hadn't gone away...
Don't punish yourself, Kim.
I can't help the way I feel.
I think you're mad. I go like a shot.
There you go, Neil. Answer to all your problems. Why don't you take Kathy along with you?
I don't have the time. Anyway, you're the one with the good eye for horses, not me.
You sure you won't come? It's a beautiful part of the country.
Sorry.
Well, I must get on. See you later.
You all right?
Don't.
They come straight in here. They're washed, weighed, and then packed with ice in these polystyrene boxes.
You seem to have everything under control.
Well, it's quite a simple operation, really. A bit chilly on the hands.
And you and Seth manage all this on your own?
Yes. Not that I've seen a lot of Seth since the new arrangement. I have a feeling Alan's hogging his time.
I'll mention it to him next time I see him.
And then, of course, I take the orders and I do the accounts.
Do you think the farm could be expanded?
Well, I don't know how much it could be expanded without more staff. And, of course, there's no point if we don't have the orders.
Oh, I might be able to help you there. I'm seeing the buyer for the North Dales Hotel Group this afternoon.
Oh, are you? Well, you don't need to. I see her regularly. In fact, I think I'm down to see her next week.
Yeah, she mentioned that, but as it's such a big order, I thought it might be better for me to see her myself. Put her in the picture about the change of ownership.
Oh, well, yes. If that's what you want.
So, this is where you're hiding.
I'm not hiding.
Aren't you? Come with me, Kim. It wasn't your fault, you know.
If I hadn't gone out, if we both stayed in that night, they'd have seen the lights on in the house.
If. You can't live your life like that.
Won't happen again.
Oh, sure, the police will catch them.
I'm not talking about the robbery. I've let things go too far, Neil. It has to stop.
Just like that. You can't switch emotions on and off like a light switch.
What emotions?
You don't fool me, Kim. I'm in love with you.
You hardly know me.
Come on, Kim. You're not talking to some pubescent youth. I know you well enough, and I love you.
I'm sorry, Neil.
You're trying to tell me you don't have any feelings at all for me?
Look, I'm really sorry, Neil.
And what about you?
I was silly. It was a moment of madness, that's all.
All?
Yes. We were drunk. I kissed you. End of story. Now, you've got to stop this, Neil. Or I'll have to stop seeing you altogether.
The last thing I ever wanted to do was upset you.
Yeah, I know. Just so long as we've got things straight now.
I think you've made your meaning pretty plain.
Good.
So, see you next Tuesday, then.
Hmm?
Reception at the town hall. German delegation.
Oh, that, yes, of course.
Till then.
Neil, are you still here? Kim, the vet's just arrived.
Right, I'm coming.
Trouble?
No, just a lame horse.
See you next Tuesday, then.
You and Chris don't seem to be going out as much as you were.
No, I know. It's Chris. I think he's getting antisocial in his old age.
Doesn't sound like Chris.
No, it's not really. He just gets a bit jealous when I want to see some of my friends.
Perhaps he wants more time with you.
That's what he says.
Shows he cares.
Yeah.
Let's face it, you're never going to find anyone who's absolutely perfect.
No, I know that.
Always thought it was worth compromising to preserve a good marriage.
Yeah, of course it is.
You'd hear Elizabeth's voice and start jumping out of the water. Talk about a Pavlovian response. You're not listening to me, are you?
Yes, I am. You were talking about Seth trying to put one over on you and Alan?
That was way back. You are in a dream world. What's up?
Nothing. Oh, I don't know. I just don't seem to be able to concentrate.
You're not still imagining you're hearing things all the time.
It'll take a while for that to wear off.
Yeah, I suppose so, but they're not going to come back, are they? I mean, lightning doesn't strike twice.
Or not very often. And you do seem pretty accident-prone at the moment.
No. We've had our 3 in a row.
3?
Yeah, the accident, the baby, and now this. That's it for a bit.
Yeah, well, I hope you're right. Have you heard how Joe is?
No, I'll ring them now. Make sure everything's...
I'll give you a ring when I want to lift back. What's up with Tate?
Lame, I had to walk him back.
Yeah, well, that's the cause of it. Looks like a bit of flint.
Any lasting damage?
No, it's just a small cut. I'll put a poultice on it. It'll be right as rain tomorrow.
Come on, lad. Anyway, you back working now, Joe?
Well, I'm looking for Frank to tell him I'm willing and able.
He's just taking some travel reps up to the holiday village.
I'd steer clear if I were you. We're insisting on taking Frank out to dinner tonight, and he can't see how to refuse.
I thought you were going to the town hall, the mayor's reception.
Yeah, we are. Or at least I am. And if Frank knows you're back in harness...
No chance. I only escaped from Ma because I promised to be back from his supper. She reckons it's only her meat pies will help me get my memory back. Right, I'm going to get rid of my gear. Hi, Len.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Come to see if the birthday girl fancies a lunchtime drink.
Oh, I would love to, Lynn, but we're really run off our feet here.
Half an hour. Sorry, Kathy, the vet's coming and, well, I've got to go into Skipdale.
Can we make it later in the week?
Yeah, sure. I better give you this now, then.
Oh, thank you. What is it?
Open it and see. Here, I'll take him. You go and have a coffee. Spare 10 minutes.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks, Lynn. No, this is lovely. Silk must have cost a fortune.
I knew you'd like it.
Yeah, not half as much as Chris will, though.
He'll probably think it's his birthday, not yours. Talk of the devil.
What's so funny, then?
It's called Girls' Talk, Chris.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you wouldn't be interested.
I bet. Well, seeing as you've got nothing better to do than sit round laughing and drinking coffee, you won't mind if I take my wife out for some lunch?
Sorry, Chris, the vet's due any time. I'll have to work through.
Sorry, Chris.
I see. Well, I better not keep you, then. Enjoy yourselves.
Well. I'd just as soon not go if you can't make it.
Nonsense, you'll enjoy it. And I've already fixed it with Neil. He said he'd be delighted to escort you.
He's just being polite. We shouldn't bother him.
Well, he was going anyway. Too late now. That'll be him. Hello, Neil. Come in.
Good evening, Frank. Kim?
Hello, Neil.
I've been trying to persuade Kim that you don't mind acting as her escort this evening.
Oh, no, of course not. It'd be my pleasure.
There we are. What did I tell you? Help yourself to a drink.
Should we go through? I'll go and have a look next week sometime. I'm not really sure it's worth the investment, though. What do you think?
I think you're looking beautiful.
I don't know how much it'd cost. I'm in a swimming pool for horses. Must cost a fair bit. Though it is supposed to be very good therapy for them.
Kim?
Well, it's worth looking into anyway, so I thought I'd go next week.
Yes, you said.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I've missed you, Kim.
Would you like another drink?
I've thought of nothing else, just you.
Stop it, please.
I can't get you off my mind.
Right, I'm off then. Is everything all right?
Yes, yes, of course. I was just telling Neil, it's your birthday on the 1st.
Don't remind me. I try to forget things like birthdays.
Doing anything special to celebrate?
No, nothing special. Just a quiet meal.
With Chris and Kathy.
Sounds nice.
Hey, why didn't you join us?
No, I couldn't. I'd be intruding.
No, you wouldn't. We'd love to have you along, wouldn't we, Kim?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Well, in that case, count me in.
Good. Have a nice time.
Trouble?
Yes, that same leg again. Oh. Still very feely on it.
Doesn't seem to have cleared up as quickly as it should.
Yeah. It's all right, son, I know. It's very painful.
Joe, I hate to be the one to say it, but...
Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing myself. That time I pensioned him off.
I don't think you've any choice, really.
No. Been a grand old servant, haven't you, son?
He has. Here, why don't you give him a mint? Look, there's a couple of local horse sales coming up. Why don't I keep my eye open?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Well, you'll take a while to replace him.
Yeah.
You can ask Neil to keep an eye open as well.
Neil?
Yeah, he's a good judge of horse flesh. He seems to get around a bit.
Yeah, of course. I'll mention it to him tonight. He's coming to dinner.
Business?
Frank's birthday.
Oh. You better tell Neil to watch out then.
What?
You know, Frank, Even though it's his birthday, he won't be able to keep it off business for very long.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kim. That was a delicious meal.
Yes, thank you. You went through a lot of trouble.
Happy birthday, darling.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday, Frank.
Yeah, cheers, Dad. Right, shall we move into the sitting room? I'll pour some brandies.
Yeah, you lot go through. I'll get some coffee.
Here, Kim, let me help.
No, please, you go and sit down, Neil.
No, I insist. So thank you for a lovely meal. I think that's the lot.
Oh, thanks. Right, better get the coffee through.
Oh, they won't miss us for another minute.
The coffee will get cold.
I really enjoyed myself the other evening at the reception.
So did I.
I didn't want the night to end.
They'll be wondering where we are.
When can we see each other?
We can't.
I have to see you again, Kim. I have to be with you.
Neil, please.
Just the two of us, huh?
Neil.
Hey, Kim. Is our coffee ready?
Yep, it's on its way.
Good.
Joe wasn't too cut up about having to retire soon.
No, he took it very well, actually. He's asked me to look out for a replacement.
Really?
Yes, and if you can keep your eyes open as well.
Of course. Actually, there's a sale at Ripon next Wednesday I was thinking of going to.
You could go together. 2 pairs of eyes are better than one.
I'd be glad of the company.
Well, next Wednesday could be a bit tricky for me. Why don't you go, Kathy? Be good experience.
Oh, I'd love to go, Kim. That's the day of my riding course.
Oh, yeah, I've forgotten.
I've seen the sale catalogue, just the sort of thing I imagine Joe's looking for. Only be an afternoon.
You can spare a couple of hours, couldn't you, love?
Yes, I suppose so. Frank?
Yes?
Nick rang. Said he'd be late.
Oh, now what?
Oh, he's only just got up. Alice is teething. He's been up all night with her.
So that's what Archie was for.
He was up the night before with her.
Oh, well, can't be helped. Hey, I did 3 7-minute miles this morning.
There you go, mail.
All right, don't be impressed then, but 7-minute miles is pretty good for a bloke of my age.
I'm sorry, well done. Do you want me to fix you some lunch? Leave it in the fridge?
No, I can manage. Ah.
Only I'm out.
Yeah, horse sales. Good Lord.
What is it?
Estimate for the new security system is going to set us back best part of $6 grand.
That much?
Yeah. Still, worth every penny if it makes sure that you're safe. Could have been you and not Joe who was bombed on
For
the head.
goodness sake, Frank.
What?
When will you stop treating me like a piece of china? What are you doing?
Seeing if there's a way to take a nip and tuck in this estimate. Shouldn't you be on your way to the horse sales by now?
I wanted to apologise first.
For what?
Being snappy with you earlier on.
Don't be silly. I hardly noticed.
It's getting to be a habit. You're only thinking of me. I'm sorry.
Forget it.
Thank you.
Now, off you go. You don't want to keep old Neil waiting.
Kim, I thought you weren't coming.
Sorry, I was a bit late getting away. Nice looking animal?
Yes, not bad. Shall we stroll?
I thought we were here to look at the horses.
I've had a good look around. Nothing's impressed me yet.
A waste of time, though.
Meeting you could never be a waste of time.
Thank you.
Thought I'd lost you.
Oh, Joe.
Neil? No, Joe. I wasn't expecting to see you today.
I asked Joe along. After all, he is looking for a replacement for Saint.
Seen anything you like?
Possibly.
Kim, it's a rather nice 5-year-old I like the look of. Coming up for sale in about an hour or so.
Uh-huh.
I'd value a second opinion.
All right.
Yeah, a third for that matter. It's in the car park.
OK. Come on.
Later? Well, we may have gone. More business to do.
Well, probably see you around then.
Bye, Joe.
Now then, what about us?
What do you think I am, Neil? Convenient facility for your passion?
No. I'm sorry if that's what it looks like.
So you should be.
No, Kim, all I want is to be alone for a while. Just to talk. Just to be together. We need time, sort things out.
There's nothing to sort out, Neil. I love Frank. I'm not going to do anything to jeopardise my marriage.
I love you, Kim.
Look, I'm sorry, Neil, but I don't love you.
Hiya. you're back. Good day?
Yes, fine.
You and Neil find anything you wanted?
No.
Oh, well, next time, eh?
Do you want a cup of tea?
Yeah, please. Do you want to see me, Joe?
Well, I think, Frank, you wanted to see me. Talk about the holiday village.
Oh, yes. I was over there this morning. It's pretty quiet.
Well, that's what you expect when it's so near the end of the season.
I know, but I think we ought to lay off most of our casuals.
Well, I thought I'd start at the end of the month, like we discussed.
We'd save ourselves a bit of money if we did it now.
OK, I'll start laying off some of the chalet maids.
And Mark?
Sure.
Sorry.
He knew it was only temporary.
There's always next year.
Well, I hope he won't have to take up the offer next year, but I'll talk to him.
Now then, tell me all about your day.
You don't want to hear about that?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Horses. Here. Tea. What's going on, Nick?
Frank's asked me to fit these.
Well, we're going to install a new alarm system.
Yeah, I know, but said he doesn't want to take any chances. So he's asked me to put new chains on all the doors.
This is ridiculous. It's turning this place into Fort Knox.
Come on, Kim. It makes sense after what's happened. I think he's concerned about you being on your own tonight. It's nice to know someone cares, though, eh?
We know how the truffle hunting goes. Oh, Frank. Kim coming in for a drink later?
No, I wish she was. I'm just here on business, really. Chris will be here in a minute with a client up from London off the leash. Looking forward to a night of eating, drinking, and who knows what. Just what I don't need.
Sometimes that's what it takes to get a contract.
It's Kim I'm worried about. I don't like leaving on her own at night. Just at the moment.
She's a sensible woman. I'm sure she'll cope. Oh, here they are. Best of luck. Thank you.
Jenny Stevens, my father Frank Tate.
Sit down.
Alan, perhaps you'd send a bottle of wine over to their table with my compliments.
Yes, of course, Mr. Kincaid. Anything to us?
No, I think I've got to be off now. So I owe you.
Oh, that's all right. We can sort that out later.
All right, thank you. Right now.
Who is it?
Well, it's not the big bad wolf.
Hello, Neil.
Hi. Can we talk?
I think it might be better if we didn't.
Look, we have to have this out one way or another. There's no point in putting it off much longer.
Frank might be back any minute.
No, I don't think so. I left him with his client in the Woolpack. They seem set in for the evening. Look, at least let me in. I'm not very good at talking through stained glass doors.
Hang on.
Hello.
Hi. You sure you're not the big bad wolf?
Do you think he'll pass that?
No, he's got more stamina than that. Splash of cold water on his face and he'll be ready for his meal. Seems pretty determined to go to the casino in Skipdown as well.
Oh, no.
Hi, Chris. Where's Kathy?
She's at home.
I thought you were taking her out tonight.
Last minute change of plan. Had to play host to a client.
How awful for you.
What was that all about?
Nothing?
Listen, Chris, this casino lark, it's much more your sort of thing. And he's practically hooked already. I'm quite sure you're capable of getting him signed and sealed.
Thank you. I'm glad you've got such faith in me.
What I'm saying is, would you mind if I made my excuses and left you to it? I'm still worried about Kim. I'd like to get back to her as soon as I can.
She'll be all right. Anyway, if I'm going to keep him company, we need someone sober to do the driving. Sorry, Dad. Looks like that's down to you tonight.
You sure salad'll be enough for you? It's just I'm not really hungry and... Well, I could cook you something if you like.
I didn't come here to eat. Well, what shall we drink to?
What about Joe's new horse?
Not very romantic, but if that's what you want. Joe's new horse.
course, he's still quite attached to Saint. Quite hard for him at first.
I don't really give a damn about Joe's horse.
Do you think I should get the kitchen redecorated?
What?
I know it looks fine like it is, but Chris and Kathy have been doing so much to the mill, it sometimes makes me feel like I might like a change of decor myself.
How much longer can you keep this up?
What?
Making small talk. Oh, I'll go along with it if that's what you want, but in the end, I'm going to say what I have to.
That's exactly what I don't want, Neil. I don't want to talk about it. In fact, I want you to go. Now. Because, well, I think it might be best for us both in the long run.
You really want me to go?
Yes.
Okay, if that's what you want. But not till I've told you what I came here to say. I know what you're thinking.
I doubt that very much.
You're a married woman. A happily married woman. I don't take that lightly, you know, and I don't make a habit of this sort of thing.
Oh, be sensible, Neil.
I can't just be sensible like that. Oh, I can wear sensible suits and make sensible business decisions, but all of that's gone out of the window now that I've met you.
Look, Neil, I'm very flattered.
I know what I'm thinking about is dangerous. Maybe I should just go away and pretend that none of this ever happened. There's just one small little problem getting in the way. I love you, Kim. And I think you feel the same way.
No. No, I don't.
You've got a lot more to lose than I have. And I'd never do anything to hurt you.
I know.
So, do you still want me to go?
No.
Be sure, Kim. Because once we start something like this, it's going to be very hard to stop.
I don't want it to stop.
Hi, what are you up to? Oh, just trying to work out where the local hunt will cross the home farmland. You've not seen Neil Kincaid, have you?
No, why?
Well, he's a hunt master. Might be able to help me.
No, I haven't seen him for a few days. But I expect Frank's been in contact. How's the new horse?
Oh, it's good. I miss Saint, of course, but the only way to get over that is to put some work into the new one.
You think you should be riding?
Well, why not?
What about the old head?
Oh, the head's fine. Look, you don't fancy coming out with me, do you?
I'm afraid I'm in a bit of a rush at the moment. Got to get back to the stables, meet a client.
Oh, right. See you later, then.
Yeah, okay. See you. I ran into Joe a while back. He asked me if I'd seen you lately. I said we hadn't met for a few days.
Okay, if it comes up, I'll say the same.
I don't like lying.
No, nor do I, especially when we haven't really done anything yet to lie about.
I suppose when you start this sort of thing, it's inevitable.
We should go away again. There's another horse sale down in the Midlands. Of course, it would mean staying overnight.
It's out of the question.
Why? Don't you want to be with me?
It's too risky. What about Frank?
What about me? I'm going to go mad if we don't go away together soon. Look, Kim, I'm not pretending it's going to be easy. But we have to have some time together on our own. Somewhere where we can really get to know each other instead of always looking over our shoulders. It's got to be worth the odd risk. At least I know it is for me. You can always back out if you want. So, we're going to make this trip or not?
Okay.
When?
Next week?
Yeah.
There it was, sat outside the wall bank, tethered like a dog. I couldn't believe it.
Poor little thing.
I mean, I've heard of Americans being into pet pigs, but I don't think it's going to catch on in Beckett.
It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? Right, I'll just take the pig out for a walk.
I left Seth and Archie with Turner. He said he wanted to talk to them. Pigs are banned at the Woolpack.
I'll say this for Archie. At least he's willing to give things a go.
Yeah, well, let's hope she takes after Nick. He's going to have his hands full if he takes after Archie.
Oh, I don't think there's any fear of that. Oh, she's a lovely little thing.
Yeah, she is.
You're preoccupied with kids, Frank.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You turn every conversation round to babies.
I was just telling you what happened, that's all.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I thought it was funny.
But you can resist bringing Alice into it.
Kim?
Next, you'll be telling me how happy you'd be if we had a baby.
I really didn't mean to hurt you, love.
Well, it won't work, Frank.
We can't go through the rest of our lives not mentioning children.
I know, but maybe the miscarriage hit her harder than you realise.
So what do? Go out to her and try to explain?
You might end up just making it worse.
I've got to do something.
Give her time.
I've given her time. Lots of time. How long is it going to take? I don't even know what I'm doing wrong.
I'm sorry, Frank. It's just going to take an awful lot of patience.
Kim?
Neil, what are you doing here?
What do you think?
Frank's upstairs getting changed. He could be down any minute.
I had to see you.
I know.
Have you told him about that horse sale in Worcester yet?
No, not yet. I wanted to pick the right moment. It's difficult.
Oh, just tell him about it. He won't think it's odd. The more matter of fact you are, the less suspicious he'll be.
I know.
You're not having second thoughts, are you? You do want to go?
You don't need to ask.
Oh, Kim. I wish we could go tonight. Now.
Oh, hello, Neil. I wasn't expecting to see you.
Just a bit of hunt business, Frank. I've got most of it sorted out now.
You got time for a coffee?
No, thank you. I'd better get on, but thank you for the offer. Shall I call you about the stabling later?
Yes.
Right. In fact, maybe I could call round later, sort things out properly. If you've got nothing else on, of course.
No, that'll be fine.
Right then. See you later. Bye, Frank.
Yeah, see you. Coffee for you, Kim.
Please. Frank, there's a horse sale in Worcester next week. I thought I might go. I'd have to stay overnight, of course, if you don't mind. Oh, hello, Frank. I thought you were meeting Joe.
Oh, in about 15 minutes. She'll be off, really. Home farm. Oh, hi, Neil. Yes, she is. Hold on a minute.
Thanks. Hello? No. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yes, that'll be fine. Okay, see you then. Bye. Neil said he'd call round in half an hour or so.
All right. Why don't you ask him if he fancies coming over for dinner tonight? You haven't really seen him for a while.
Well, you only just saw him today.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. If anybody wants me, I'm down at the holiday village. I'll see you later.
Neil, Frank might be back soon.
I have to see you again.
I had to see you too, but you can't stay.
You're right.
I can't bear it, not being able to hold you, touch you.
I know, but it won't be long.
Did you book the hotel?
Yes, you will come, won't you? You won't change your mind.
No, not this time.
Oh, okay.
Please, Neil, we can't let Frank find us.
We'll hear him. Don't worry.
How can I help worrying? Half the time I'm sure he knows. He's just waiting for the right time to tell me.
Frank wouldn't wait. If he had any idea, you'd be out now.
I know. I'll spend the rest of the time waiting for him to find out.
Even when you're with me.
No. Maybe not then.
Good. Neil couldn't come. We'll have to pick something up soon.
Be nice.
I was talking to Alan Turner today. You know, it's the start of the first shoot soon.
I suppose it must be.
Do you think Neil would be interested in taking part?
Neil? I don't know, really. I suppose so.
Well, I thought he would. Anyway, I told Alan to keep a place open for him.
Good idea. Frank, you sure you don't mind me going to this horse sale?
Well, it's your business, love. Can't run your business without buying horses.
No, of course not.
Is everything all right? It's not like you to ask me if you should do something.
No, everything's fine. It's just, well, the burglary.
You don't think it's going to happen again, do you?
No, of course not. I just couldn't help thinking about it, that's all.
Don't worry. You know what they say about lightning striking twice? Never happens.
No, I suppose not.
There you go.
It took ages. I thought you'd gone to Colombia for the beans.
Just had an idea about your trip to the horse sale next week.
What?
Well, what you were saying about you being nervous of going away again. So I thought I'd come with you.
Come with me.
Yeah, we could drive down together. Take a couple of days off. I could do with a bit of a break. What do you think?